You might be used to seeing fluid text done with the browser viewport width unit. In this example here, I've set the class of fluid text to have a size of 17 viewport width units. Now you'll see when I come into preview mode and I start collapsing the browser size, that text is getting smaller as the browser size gets smaller as well. Additionally, as we scale it up, we'll see that the text grows. Unfortunately, the text will grow so large that it'll break its bounding box. So we would need some sort of media query to make sure that this text doesn't get too large. Let's go ahead and bring it down and look at an example with the CQI unit that makes this a lot easier. So I'm going to come out of preview mode here, and I have another container just for this example. I had it set to display none, but you can see it also has this class of fluid text and a class of 17 viewport width units. Now let's do a little custom CSS to make this a lot easier. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab an embed element and drop it right at the top of the page, and I'll open up some style tags. Next, I'll drop our custom CSS right inside of these style tags, and we'll have a look at what's going on here. The very first thing we're doing is that we're looking at the class of container, and we're setting its container type property to be inline size. What this does is it creates a query container that supports dimensional queries on the inline axis. You can think of the inline axis being the way the text is going. We're also targeting the fluid text class right here, and we're setting the property font size to 35 CQW, or container query widths, as I like to think about it. Now, if we save, we can see that everything's gotten a bit smaller and fitting right within its container now. If I click preview, we can see that as we're growing even larger, it's already stuck in its container. It's not going outside of those bounds, and we haven't set any additional media queries. Additionally, as we're scaling down, as soon as its parent container starts getting smaller is when the text starts getting smaller too, such that it's always looking fluid and really nice. Now, we use the CQW unit, but I would recommend using CQI actually, which stands for Container Query Inline, and this will support text top to bottom as well. So I would just save and close that, and you'll see we get pretty much the exact same experience. It's important to note that you really need to set that container type property on the parent container of the text. For example, if we select our embed and go ahead and remove our container class here, then we'll see that now the text has expanded and it's actually using the viewport as the container query here. So this is equivalent to saying 35 viewport units. We can check that this would be, if I bring this down to 17, then it's going to be what we had before with the viewport unit. And we can double check that just by commenting this out and save and close. And now we know that it's using the 17 viewport. So once again, let's just go ahead and get rid of that and come back into our embed and bring back our fluid text as well as our container. And we'll set this to 35 CQI. I usually only use fluid text on elements that are going to be very large and easy to read as it is. So you want to be careful if you're using this on small text, because if it's on mobile and it gets super tiny, then it's going to be unreadable and your website's not going to be accessible. You could also look at using the CSS clamp function to add some zoom value to this. Container query units have been used on all modern browsers since 2022, but you do need to be careful if you expect your website to be used with Internet Explorer, as it's not supported on that platform. Be sure to grab the clonable in the description box below so you have a reference to this in the future, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.